So it's yes and, distrust and verify, embedded in a larger effort to counter Iran across the region. And how we handle enforcement in these early months will set the tone for years to come. So we have to get it right. There must be consequences. Let's see if I get some water here. You do talk a lot in this campaign. Excuse me, just 1 second here. A lozenge. I have one. Hey, David, you talk.
Well, we're starting the all-in-one campaign.
So please say yes. There must be consequences to, snap sanctions back into place. And we have to make sure that Iran knows that if they try to develop or acquire nuclear weapons, the United States will stop them. We will act decisively. Now, Iran has not had some change of personality. They will test our resolve with actions like their ballistic missile test. And I support it, and I'm glad we are opposing new sanctions in response to hold the Iranian government and its Revolutionary Guard Corps accountable for their support of terrorism, their missile program, human rights violation, detention of Americans, and other illicit behavior like cybercrime. We also need to push for a political solution in Syria, as hard as that may be, because that is Iran's real objective, to control Syria, to have a swath of territory up to Israel's doorstep, and to connect with Hezbollah. The second thing is we have to go after the tide of extremism. This is a threat also on Israel's doorstep. An ISIS affiliate in the Sinai is becoming more aggressive and sophisticated, likely responsible for the destruction of the Russian airliner. An Israeli media reported an ISIS commander from the Sinai recently visited Gaza, raising the stakes even higher. I've laid out a detailed plan about how to defeat ISIS and the broader radical jihadist movement. We have to defeat it in the Middle East, first and foremost, by smashing its stronghold, taking back territory, hitting its fighters and its leaders and infrastructure from the air, and intensifying our support for the Arab and Kurdish forces on the ground who can pursue them.
Inmates, excuse me, too much to say. That's been wow. Thank you, Hazel. That's been part of my mission. And representing poor people through the Legal Services Corporation. It was about making people's lives better. And it taught me that even if you're young and you don't have a powerful job, if you work at it, you stick with it, you can make a difference. You know, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You're a great amen chorus. Thank you. You know, to quote Dr. King, the time is always ripe to do right, no matter who you are. And when I had the great privilege of representing New York, I worked with members of our congressional delegation.